Hello, everyone, and welcome to our workshop this morning. We're so excited to have you all here. We have a jam-packed session this morning, and so we're going to dive right in. To begin the webinar, we're going to have a panel discussion with three amazing leaders in the space, and they're going to cover everything that's happening right now in retail, why emerging brands matter, and how to test and merchandise them effectively. Whether you have a big retail space or a small retail space. And then we'll go into a group of amazing new brands that are available on RepSpark, where you can actually implement all the strategies that we'll cover in the first portion of this session. So to kick things off for our panel, we have our CEO and founder of RepSpark, Megan Butcher, the CEO of the Association of Golf Merchandisers, also known as AGM, Jennifer Morton. And then we also have Kathy Amelink, the Director of Retail at Woodmont Country Club up in Rockville, Maryland. So Megan, Jennifer, Kathy, I'll let you guys dive right in.
Thanks, Colleen, and thanks, Jennifer and Kathy, for joining. We had an amazing pre-session where I feel like there were so many ideas flowing, so I'm excited to moderate what Kathy and Jennifer have to share this morning. So first, we're going to start with what is kind of top of mind for everybody, for emerging brands, established brands, retailers, really across every vertical. We work with brands in the golf space, in the action sports, in swim, pickleball, tennis sports, or racket sports. So just, what's top of mind? And of course, it's how are retailers reacting to what's going on in the world today, including new brands that are coming on, including the impact of tariffs and things like that. So let's jump right in. Jennifer, what are you seeing right now that retailers are facing and how are they responding?
I think the retailers are really looking at how the tariffs are being shared to them, whether that is being shown as a line item or if that's being brought in as a cost of goods increase. And it's very interesting how the retailers want to see that, whether and then also how they're pricing that in. Kathy can probably speak a little bit more in depth on that. Because we had a really great conversation last week in Atlanta with our members. Kathy, do you want to share?
Sure. So we're seeing two different ways that the tariffs are being charged to us as the shops. And one way that we are seeing the tariffs being charged is just a line item. I'm seeing this a lot more with hat companies and stuff, like more hat companies that are stuff's made in China. And I personally like the line item because it kind of explains to me that maybe we just haven't figured out these tariffs yet, if they're here to stay, depending, I guess, on where the stuff is being made. And then we're also seeing the tariffs being charged as just products going up. And when I see the products going up, I sometimes wonder, like, I guess if the product is going up, it's here to stay. Those tariffs are here to stay. You guys are going to continue to make the product in that country, and therefore the product will not go back down. So we're seeing that price increase that way. I personally like to have a letter from the retailer or the consumer, just so I kind of understand what's happening with their company, if they're looking to source something in a different country or if this price increase is here to stay. And because I'm passing that price along to my members, that price is getting charged into the cost of goods and the shippings and so on. So just so you guys know, like, that price is being passed on, and I think we're seeing that everywhere. So it's not like my members think it's strange or anything, but it's also a way that as a buyer, we have to kind of figure out if we're moving, where we're going to buy our products from. It does make a difference to us. It makes a difference to us if we're going to continue to buy things overseas or if we're going to maybe support United States and buy more product that's made in the United States. So we talked about like just the communication is really important to us as buyers.
So, Kathy, what I'm hearing is, well, you just said it. Number one, communication, just being really upfront with what's happening, where price increases are coming from, if there's a forward plan, if there
Right.
isn't a forward plan and they're going to keep it there, just really understanding, that the where that brand is in today and then forward plan. And then the other is the visibility. You would rather see that line item very visible and be able to have that conversation with that brand as well.
Correct. Very helpful.
Okay, that's great. And then what, we just, sometimes when we talk to retailers, and this is for Jennifer and Kathy, there's just, there's a lot of options today. There's a lot of options within each vertical that are crossing over to. How are you guys feeling that, and how are you kind of looking at different new brands, existing categories? How are you looking at that when there's so many options today?
I'll start that real fast and then let Kathy jump in. I think it's really important for a new brand, since there are so many of them coming into the market these days, to have something that differentiates them from everyone else. They need to have a unique story. I think having a starting a following on social media so that the customer is asking and aware of that brand makes it a lot easier for a store to bring them in. It's a lot different than it was 10, 15 years ago, where the store was driving the demand. Now, I really believe a lot of that is that customer driving to the store what brands that they should be bringing in. So I think it's very, very important for a brand to either have a unique story or to be filling a space that's not copying somebody else who's on the market, but trying to be complementary, but different from everyone else out there.
So I'm gonna go follow piggyback on Jennifer and say 100%. We all have our Peter Millars. We all have our standards, our basics that are our number one selling items in the shop or number one vendors. We're looking for something to make our shops unique, a boutique. When we're looking for new vendors, we're looking for stuff that are not duplicating something that's completely different, that's going to elevate our shops. That's really what we're looking for. We're also looking for signage, social media. We're looking for the reps to be our partner and bringing product in, and by saying being our partner, like if something doesn't work out, that they're going to be there to swap it out or maybe make the right change for the shop that they're selling to. A lot of that's simple, or maybe I bring in something that I wanted to try to be different, but it didn't work, but something else would. So they're flexible enough to swap out merchandise. That definitely helps. Or to take markdown dollars. Some of the new companies will give you some markdown dollars or some marketing dollars to give away some giveaways. Another thing that really works for us is give maybe a couple free samples so that the staff can wear it. Because our staff is obviously the people on the floor who's selling it, and if they can get their hands on it and know how well a product washes or whatever the qualities are of the product that we're selling, just have that person on the floor visible and talking to the membership about how great the product is. So those are a few things that I guess I look at when I go to bring in a new brand into the pro shop.
Cool. And that kind of goes into, going back to the beginning of what we're hearing kind of across the industry is, a lot of brands, to one of their ways to deal with tariffs or high prices and things like that, are really slimming down their line. And we've heard from a lot of retailers that, this could potentially be the kiss of death. This is also why emerging brands could be really interesting. if lines are getting narrowed and everybody's selling the, navy polo and black polo, that's not going to help anybody, and it's not what the end consumer wants. And this might lead us into, why emerging brands are somewhat risky, but why it's worth bringing them in, and some of the excitement that you're seeing by bringing some of these new emerging brands into your shop. So, Kathy, Jennifer, anything kind of on those topics?
I think it's incredibly important for a shop to bring in new and emerging brands. It's key to make that shop differentiated from the shop down the street. I mean, if everyone's carrying the exact same things, why is anyone buying from anyone? I am a absolute strong supporter of the importance of meeting with new and emerging brands, of supporting new and emerging brands. And helping the new and emerging brands to know that it's really important that they're creating relationships with their retailers and not looking to the retailer just as a sell or a sale. All of these things that Kathy mentioned are relationship driven keys so that it's creating that mutual success. And then diving deeper into the actual question that you asked, Megan, the if everyone's going to carry a blue or a navy polo, there's nothing differentiating them between everyone else. So you absolutely must have a unique story, a unique message, something that you're offering that's different from everyone else.
To follow up on that, fashion pieces are super important to buyers. We need to have the fashion pieces that tell the story, to tell what your brand is about. It needs to be different. It's going back to exactly what I'm saying. So you just can't narrow that line. I know inventory is a lot easier when you can narrow the lines, and it's easier to predict what you're going to sell later out and all these great things. But without the fashion pieces, you really don't have a line that's going to be different, or it's going to be exciting to any buyers. So that's a key factor in looking at a line and bringing it in. That's what makes you different.
Yeah. We talked a little bit about the other day, and how do you know if a brand is a right fit for your retail location? And there were some questions of, is the product different or trendy? Does the brand help drive sales with marketing and store support? You're looking at that, Kathy. Do they have inventory to support reorders, and what does the future look like? Maybe talk about some of those ways that a new and emerging brand can kind of de-risk you bringing them in as you're looking at these different things like inventory, visibility, pricing, things like that.
Well, one key thing is inventory, because having a shop and having 8 different men's brands, or 8 different women's brands, sizing can get challenging. So you bring a small, medium, large in, you bring small, 2 mediums and a large, or whatever. But if it's a hot item, which we hope that it is, we want to be able to do those special orders, take care of our members. And so having the inventory supply in the back and being able to ship it, and being able to get back into something quick is very important to us as retailers. So that's a huge thing. Um, Jennifer, do you have anything to add?
I do. I'll add a few
thinking.
additional items there that I think are just really good green flags for a vendor on a lot of these different things. I think it's really important that there's low minimums, net payment terms. Kathy really mentioned a
Yes.
lot about, flexible returns or swap programs. I think one of the things, we talked about the marketing support and the merchandising support, but I think if you even go a little bit more in depth on that actual product, making sure it has good packaging or hang tags that help communicate the value of that product quickly and easily, I think is a really key piece there. The inventory transparency, as Kathy talks about, the opportunity to do reorders and such. I think that's where RepSpark is a true partner, for new and emerging brands because I know our buyers are really, really key on and really love RepSpark as a platform. And so that really is a wonderful separator of emerging brands that have that inventory transparency available.
Yeah, to go back to ResSpark, I mean, I could not live without ResSpark as a buyer, and we probably do about $200,000 in special orders at our shop. And just to have that ability to sit there while Mrs. Jones is standing there, and I can get onto ResSpark and do the reorders and sell additional items on top of that is amazing, or even on my phone.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. That was not in the script, but I appreciate it. And then I know we want to wrap up pretty quickly here, but how are or to all of the other retailers here on the phone or on the call, what are some tips and what you're doing or seeing across the different clubs for you, Jennifer, on how to merchandise emerging brands? Like, what are some great tips that you can give? Other peers of what you've seen successful, how you might be doing it, Kathy, in your shop, and then Jennifer, how you're seeing success there.
I think it's really important. I know I don't want to step on Kathy because I know she does a really amazing thing. So I'm going to try to talk around her what I know she's doing. Um, but I think, if you have definitely utilize signage, definitely utilize your social media channels. If you can do teasers before the product even arrives, and so that you're showing what's coming, you can sort of help build excitement for it. So, and then as things are coming in, showcasing, your staff wearing it, do an unboxing video, just as much as you can to create that excitement, I think is really, really important. Mixing the new product in with bestsellers. So, there's a little bit of a tease there as well, and where it's showing up in a few different areas of your shop is fantastic. Kathy, I'm going to turn it over to you because all of your great things are right on the tip of my tongue and I don't want to just take them away from you.
Well, I use social media a lot. I think Jennifer knows that. And I also have my membership trained. So I have an area in my shop that is just for like new vendors in my shop. And my members like look forward to that particular section I have in my shop to see what's new and exciting. Because I mean, who doesn't want new and exciting and have the best things and be trendy? So those are really, really important to me, the space that I use in my shop. And then I also have our monthly newsletter, which is called the Wood Monitor. I have the merchandise corner in that part of our newsletter, which I have my members again trained to go right to that area. And that's where I talk about new vendors coming in as well. I also try to get, we all have influencers in our club, which our influencers are our best sellers, our most trendy members. And I try to introduce them they always want to know what's new, what's trendy. I introduce them to the brands, and when they get wearing those brands, they're my number one advertisement is going around talking to other members as well about how great this product is, right? So they come back into the shop and they're like, oh, so and so told me that you just have this. Show me where it's at, tell me about it. So those are some of my great ways. And also like on ladies day, I'll just go to the luncheon. They always invite me to the luncheon every Thursday. I'll bring in a couple new products and just talk about them to the ladies while I'm sitting there having lunch with them. But those are just ways that I try to introduce new brands into the shop.
Very cool. I know that you're great at doing that and very cool. Some great ideas there. So we'll kind of round out here with some final takeaways. What I heard from both of you is on the retailer side, start small, see what works. Do your promotions, know that you have a part in it. Make a special space, make it visible, talk about it. On the brand side, just make it easy for those retailers. provide them with the marketing support, terms, de-risk wherever you can, is what I'm hearing. It's going to make it easier for a retailer to try a new brand also if the brand's also done the work. So they have the story, they have the supporting marketing, they have something unique. Again, even if it is some classic piece along with some unique item, that's going to go a much longer way. Use tools for visibility and clarity, inventory, pricing, when something might be available. Again, that just helps to, as I'm hearing this, really de-risk bringing in a new brand is understanding that there is a swap out program, that there's terms, that you're working together as a partnership. And then for the buyers, really exploring RepSpark Community, I would urge you to do that. There's new brands coming on all the time, in all sorts of different categories and verticals. It's pretty cool. We've seen quite the dovetail of all these different verticals coming together, whether it's more golf focused brands moving into action sports and surf, athleisure kind of spanning all of it, more action sports, accessories, sunglasses moving into the pro shop, green grass shops. It's really cool how, all of those types of brands, and there's new ones coming on all the time. And then also, I would really end with encouraging both emerging and established brands to keep the innovation engine running. As you heard today, if everybody just comes out with those super slim down lines, it's really going to be detrimental to the industry and creativeness and building the moat around your brand. So when the uncertainty of tariffs go away or wherever that's going to land, just making sure again that you're telling your brand story, you're focusing on your innovative product and unique product, and that's going to be the best way to really move into more and more pro shops. And then again, as you grow, you de-risk yourself as well, and it's just kind of a flywheel as far as that goes. Any parting comments from you, Kathy, or you, Jennifer? Something I maybe missed that we had talked about the other day?
No, I think you guys have hit it all right on the head. This has been truly a fantastic opportunity. I very appreciate RepSpark and Megan and Colleen for including me and the AGM in this discussion, and we do all we can to help support the emerging brands. So thank you very much.
I agree, Megan. You did a really great job summing up everything. And thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you specifically. I know that it's a busy time Wednesday in the middle of the day, so we really appreciate it. And again, if you're a brand on here or retailer on here and you have more questions, feel free to shoot them our way. We're more than happy to get back to you or find an answer, or, if you had a thought or something was confusing, again, we're here to support you in your growth, and make you the next big brand as much as we can. With that being said, Colleen, I'll kick it back over to you so we can meet some of these new emerging brands.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. Well, to start the party of all the brands we have in lineup, we have Bald Head Blues, Coastal Classics inspired by island life. So Claude, I'll let you tell us some more.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me today. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Jennifer. It's been really insightful as a brand owner, kind of hearing what your likes are and what your needs are, and kind of some of the things that drive your buying habits. And I'd like to kind of address some of those right from the get-go. So I consider us the most authentic brand in the golf and beach resort demographic. We were founded on a golf cart only island in North Carolina. It's called Bald Head Island. And I started the brand 10 years ago with the idea of kind of telling that story, driving a golf cart, going to the beach, casual lifestyle, colorful clothing, classic fit, comfortable, stretchy, performance-driven fabric. I'm a golfer, so I know what it's like to be wearing our clothes every single day on the golf course. And to me, what drives us is our partnerships with our retail stores. We sell to over 300 golf accounts. We've got 12 sales reps. Kind of getting to one of Kathy's points, we do give free apparel away to a lot of the pro shops that that we work with. We want the staff wearing our shirts. It means a lot to us. It means that they can give that feedback directly to their membership. So to me, I think that that's one of the things that we do a really good job of is working with our accounts, making sure that they know that we're here as a partner for them, as well as a brand in their shop. So that's pretty much where we start. I want to share my screen right now with everybody and kind of give everybody a opportunity to kind of see some slides that we put together. So, who we are, like I just touched on it, we were founded in 2014 as an emerging brand on Bald Head Island. All of our shirts come in as blanks. So we can put the club logo on the left chest. Our logos can move around. We do that in-house here in Raleigh. We've got a in-house embroidery shop. We also do heat transfer logos. We do screen printing, direct-to-garment printing. Not only do we work with 300 golf courses, but we work with other businesses like banks, mortgage companies, car dealerships. So anybody that wants to use our apparel as the basis for doing corporate orders. And we work with a lot of golf pros that have members that are owners of clubs that come to us for support to sell apparel to their membership as well. Our logo was inspired by the golf cart lifestyle on Bald Head Island. I like to tell people wearing bald head blues is like wearing a vacation. We want to put them in that mindset of, fun, colorful, sunny beach days, even if they're working at their office. Touching back on the screen printing and embroidery, we do all this in-house. We're fully customizable. So a lot of the clubs we're seeing right now are asking for custom printed shirts. So what we're doing is we're taking their logo, we're taking iconic things at their club like trees or benches or water towers, and we're smashing them all together with their logo. We have an in-house designer that does that for us. We send that back and forth until we get some approvals. We'll do a strike off, a 1 foot piece of fabric with that logo printed on it. We'll mail it directly to the club. They can look at it for size and scale and color, make sure that everything checks off, and then we'll go into a production run. We actually have pretty low runs, 24-piece minimums per color for our custom printed shirts. So if that interests anybody, I'd love to explore that more with you all. You can find us on RepSpark. We do work with professional golfers. We've got one guy on the PGA Tour, 3 guys on the Korn Ferry Tour. We work with social media influencers. Jerry Carey right here is one of our brand ambassadors. He's got over 400,000 followers on TikTok. We have 37,000 followers on our Instagram, and we use that, to kind of round out our offering to our direct-to-consumer customers. But we also do give pro shop shout outs. We give retail store shout outs, and we want to make sure that everybody knows that we're in it with them, and we're willing to give them as much support as we can on our side. Our target demographic is mostly male. We're 75% male, 20% youth, and 5% female. Nothing against the ladies. We love the ladies, but most of our customers tend to be the guys, 35 to 55-year-old men, people who are professionals, people who are business owners, people who play golf, people who like to go to the beach, people who like to wear color. And then we do a very good job on the youth products. So 20% of our products are youth. We do all of our same fabrics in a father-son cut. So if you look on our RepSpark, you'll see that you can do a lot of matchy-matchy within our brand. We find that moms tend to buy that better. Father's Day is a great time of the year to merchandise your products with the father-son look. We're into the junior golf programs. I volunteer at the First Tee here in Raleigh, North Carolina to teach golf lessons. So we just want to make sure that the younger generation's also included. So father-son is a big category for us. You'll see down here some of the custom prints we've done. We did a New Orleans print there. We did, some sharks. And then we did a Louisiana print there on the right. Collegiate prints are kind of in right now too. So, if you're in an area that's got a, college football team or a pro football team or, colors for that area, we can always customize those colors to your local schools. One of our best selling tools is this surfboard fixture program. You'll see here that it comes free with a $7,000 a year kind of minimum 2-year commitment to our brand, and holds 48 pieces, holds 24 hats. It's 6 feet tall by 3 feet wide and 2 feet long, so it's doesn't take up a big square footage in your pro shop. We do send this to you for free when you make that commitment to us. It looks really good. It's an eye catcher, and we highly recommend all the accounts that can get to that level to get a fixture. Again, we do all of our embroidery in-house. This is the back of our warehouse. And then this is me and my dog, Murray. He's my best bud. I started the company 10 years ago, and now we have 2 retail stores that I own and operate, along with selling to our partner retail stores. I think one of our greatest advantages is I do own 2 retail stores. So I get to hear from customers firsthand what they like, what they don't like, what fits well, what doesn't fit well. And getting that feedback as a brand gives me a better opportunity to make our brand better for tomorrow. So I do think that's a big strategic advantage is having that relationship with our customers at our retail store. So in closing, thank you for your time. Appreciate you hearing my story, and we'd love to work with you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Claude. Next up, we have Cabana Life. It's sun safe, stylish, and founded by a skin cancer survivor. Katie, over to you.
Thank you. Fun to follow up, Claude, as we are kind of the answer to the women's bright pattern clothing line. So our company is founded by a skin cancer survivor, as Colleen mentioned. Melissa was diagnosed with skin cancer when she was 23. She thought she was wearing long sleeve shirts, thought she was getting sun protection, but a typical long sleeve shirt only has UPF 9. At the time, her dermatologist said, you've got to wear full sun coverage when you're out in the sun. And he handed her kind of a catalog of pieces that were very utilitarian looking. And she created Cabana Life because she wanted to still be fun and cute while still getting that sun protection. So we have been in business for 20 years. We are emerging in the golf, tennis, pickleball scene, so new to RepSpark. But we've been selling to boutiques. We sell to about 500 boutiques, resorts, a lot of gifting companies. We love partnering with our retailers. We have tons of assets. We have a great in-house marketing team, so tons of photos, in-store signage. We have a very active social media. We love working with influencers, or when our retailers post photos of the apparel in the store, we love to share that out. Again, just to touch on some of the key things, embroidery, yes, we do in-house, small minimum opening orders. We're always happy to do special orders, as well as buyer outfits and personal use discounts. I will do a quick little screen share here and just kind of give you a little look at our newest collection. So again, everything is designed by Melissa in-house. So just want to make sure you guys are seeing my screen. Yes, perfect. Everything is designed in-house by Melissa, so no computer generated graphics. Everything is kind of drawn and worked out by her and our design team. We've got some great different fabrications. We have a gauze this year. We have a piqué. We have just a great cotton. Everything is in the weave of the fabric, so it's not treated with anything, but it gives you that sun protection. You can see we do offer some sleeveless options, so of course we encourage lots of sunscreen on the arms or legs, but you will get that coverage kind of on your chest and body. I'm going to just kind of scroll down. Somebody did touch on that athleisure. This is a new group for us that we're excited. It's super comfortable, super breathable, that gauze, but again, gives you that sun protection when you're out in the sun. Got a couple different drops here that you'll see. One thing to mention, I know inventory was a hot topic. We do get all of our product in at one time, and we do pre-sell and hold that product until our stores are ready. So we do have pretty deep inventory quantity, so no problem jumping back in additional sizes. Let me just scroll down to our sports page here. So you can kind of get a better look. Sorry, it's a big collection. So here's our sports page here. You can see just different fabrications. It's a piqué, a little nylon piece, but lots of fun little options for the ladies. I feel like sometimes there's not a lot of spots in the shops for our ladies. So we try to keep it nice and concise, lots of mix and matching and great merchandising.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Katie. Next, we have Click Golf. They're making family style a thing on the course with matching gear for adults and kids. Carl, I'll let you take it away.
Hey, awesome. I appreciate you guys having us here. We are brand new to all of this, so we're pretty excited to get in with RepSpark early on. Um, I think that's probably a big factor when it comes to retail shops bringing us in, is we are currently in 2 retail shops. So we will be brand new to wherever we go, anywhere in the country. Um, Pretty much our story is I was a golf nut, just like, golf's taking over the world. COVID hit. I was on the golf course, and then my wife became pregnant with our first son. So I thought, well, I know I'm going to keep golfing, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to bring him with me. So that's when I got the idea for Click Golf. We pretty much just specialize in matching golf apparel. I took it all the way down to 6 to 12 months with our golf apparel, and really to bring him on the course with me. With our 2 shops, we've had a lot of success with these just because they pretty much do their own marketing. Anybody at a club, if they see a dad and son walking around with a matching set of shirts, it's like the marketing's walking around the golf course for you. So we've had tons of success. The social media thing has really helped us out when it comes to this, because the influencers love it. Father's Day is massive for us. About 95% of our sales are a matching adult and youth shirt. So it really is our niche that we go after. We are developing some new products, with us being so new. One of the ones we just released, launched on Mother's Day, were these sleeveless options in our 6 to 12 month, all the way down to that. We've seen huge success with these. And we do have some dresses and stuff like that in production. So it's nice to be early on in the golf year. May is Mother's Day, June is Father's Day. It's a great way for retailers to get out to their members and ramp it up. I will share my screen here just to show some of our pricing. Um, we are super flexible because we are so brand new to this. So, net 30 terms. We're happy to work with retail shops. The other thing that we are seeing too, is the embroidery's gone really well. We have a local shop here in Utah that we work with. And it just looks so good on these small polos. I mean, shrinking down some of these clubs logos and putting it right there on the shirt, it's just it's like an emotional thing for these people to walk in and see this tiny little shirt on a rack, and it has their club's logo. So so far it's gone great. We're excited to get out there and work with everybody.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Carl. Next up, we have Feathery, which is a fashion-forward golf wear designed to build confidence in young girls and women. Andrew, you're up.
Awesome. Thank you guys for having us. We really appreciate the opportunity to be here and to be partnered with RepSpark and all of that. Kate, who is our founder of Feathery, is currently 15 years old, and she could not be here. But I'd like to share a little video that she had provided for us.
I believe the sound isn't working.
Oh, that's all right. Well, I will skip that then, but at least you can see Kate. So I will get into kind of a little bit about the brand. So Feathery, it was founded in 2023 by Kate, who was 13 at the time. She's from New York. She is an avid golfer. She loves playing golf. She travels a lot with her family. They play golf everywhere. Um, and every single time, she would go to courses and play, she'd always go through the pro shop. She'd always look for something for her in that teen girl range, and she could never find anything that fit her, that was stylish, that was functional. And she kept going back to her parents and was like, I want to be able to wear something. I want to be able to have something with a logo and feel like I belong here. And they were like, oh, the big brands are going to make it. They're all going to make it. Just wait a couple of years. And so she waited a year and never found anything. Nothing came out. And so she took it upon herself to start a company for teenage girls in golf and make them feel empowered in the space. It launched in 2024 at the PGA show, and we had an overwhelmingly positive response. People loved it, and we found out very quickly that women wanted to wear the apparel as well. So this year we launched a full-on women's line to complement the girls' line. So now anybody from age 8 to 100 can wear Feathery and feel confident and empowered on the golf course. But Feathery, while we are an apparel brand, we feel very strongly about the mission of feeling, getting women empowered in golf and making them feel more confident to be on the golf course in what is a generally historically very male dominated sport. Although women are growing, it's 33% of the golf space now, and it's quickly become the fastest growing sector in golf. And so we want to provide something that makes all women feel like they're empowered on the golf course and make them feel that they can, find anything and wear whatever they want and have something to wear at the golf course that makes them feel confident. So we provide stylish, high functional apparel. All of the details are very, very meticulously thought out. We have auto locking zippers. We have, our best seller is our Whitney 2-in-1 jacket, which has sleeves that zip off and turns into a vest for those days where it's a little bit chilly in the morning and maybe it warms up and you don't need the full on jacket. We're very on top of the trends. We want things to feel very feminine and flattering, but we don't want it to be skin tight and we don't want it to be uncompromising on the golf course. And so everything we do and everything we make is thought out for the athlete in mind and thought out for the golf course. And on top of that, we are committed to providing 1% of all of our sales to supporting women in golf, whether that's through foundations, whether that's through giving back to the communities and building that community for women in golf. In terms of some quick questions that we commonly get asked, we don't have any minimums. We want people to have access and to be, how to make the apparel accessible and make golf accessible for everybody. And so whether it's 2 pieces, whether it's 200 pieces, we just want you to be able to offer something for everybody and for everybody to be able to walk into a pro shop and feel like there's something there for them that they can wear. We do offer embroidery. It is a third-party embroidery company, so costs vary depending on price or piece minimums. But we do have it. We have 30 plus accounts that use it, and so far it's been awesome. And then our manufacturing is overseas. This year it was in Portugal and China. However, going forward, we're moving to South Korea and the Dominican Republic. And based on the mission of the community, we understand that while we do have a pulse on the industry, we need your help, right? Everybody's the expert. Everybody at the club has a very different demographic, and so we'd like to hear feedback. We want to hear what people want, and we want to know what people want so that going forward, we can continue to create a great product that is suitable for the female athlete at the course. So if you have any suggestions, please send Kate a note. Let her know. And that's kind of it for me. If you're at Frisco, you can find us. Please check out our website, check out our Instagram at Feathery Golf. And if you want any more information, just send me a note.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Andrew. Next up, we have Flag and Anthem, who bring effortless, everyday style with a great fit and a great price. So, Russell, the floor is yours.
Thank you, guys. Hope my technical difficulties have subsided a little bit. Thanks to the AGM team and the RepSpark team for hosting this event. We're extremely excited to be starting on RepSpark for our first season. We launch with the Spring 26 collections in both men's and women's at the Frisco show. So we'll be live in about a week online with RepSpark for both of our spring collections. A little bit about Flag and Anthem. I'm going to share a little bit of a document here so that we can just talk through our brand. Please just give me a thumbs up if this is showing and correctly.
You're great.
Okay. So Flag and Anthem is 9 years old. Actually, yesterday was our 9-year anniversary. Most folks in the golf space, for us, our first PGA show was about 2.5 years ago. So still new and emerging within the space of golf. Flag and Anthem is a full lifestyle brand. We dress our customer from head to toe, and we talk about our brand for real clothes for real life. The two co-founders of the company I've worked with for about 25 years in different capacities, and we've built our brand on premium quality. Sounds like a pizza box cover, but premium quality without the premium price tag. We launched in 2026, started as a men's brand. We were 100% men's, and today we are 65% men's, 35% women's. Within our lifestyle assortment, golf is about 95.5 because our first real collection, outside of member guest events and corporate events, we haven't dovetailed into the women's space. So I'll get into that in a moment. All of the things that you guys discussed at the inception of this call, whether it's tariff related, how to merchandise, the minimums, the payment terms, all those things, we're extremely thoughtful in how we approach the brand Flag and Anthem and the pricing that we're able to offer to the clubs. Over the past 2.5 years, we've been able to grow to about 1,100 clubs across the country, which has been quite amazing. Starting our first season out with 20, when we were at the Vegas PGA show, about 2.5 years ago at this point. So a little bit of just a look. We've got a men's collection, a full heritage line, a women's collection, full heritage line, and then our performance or our golf categories. Biggest things for us are quality, detail, and fit. We will say that our product matches up with any of the best golf brands. The reason why the company was started is you can go into any shop and find a $100 polo that has a great quality, or $150 polo. What we're trying to offer is a quality that if you were doing a blind hand feel test, look test, that you would not be able to tell the difference. And our product logoed for polo shirts is $69.50. So we're trying to be able to offer a new brand with Flag and Anthem to shops across the country. Proven performance, collaboration is one of our biggest draws when we look at our collaborations and the people that are part of our team. Keegan Bradley has been amazing over the last 1.5 years. Being the Ryder Cup captain, becoming part of the Flag and Anthem family. We work collectively not only with him, we dress his wife for certain events and also his kids. They've been up to the showroom, worked on designs collectively together. Also, Tom Hoagie, one of our other golfers. So trying to continue the authenticity within this golf space, we're excited to have them on board. full collection and lifestyle assortment in both women's and men's. Like I said, this women's assortment is starting for spring 26. You spoke about some of the added or additional things that folks are looking for. Athleisure is huge for us. Outside of the true golf polos, sleeveless skirts, joggers, pants, everything that's out there in the layering pieces, we also offer a full athleisure, soft, flush, some quilting, some amazing pieces that whether the customers in your shops are wearing the product on the golf course or they're wearing it in the clubhouse, these are great options to be able to explore. So having that full lifestyle assortment is extremely important to us. On the men's side, from soup to nuts to fun, more kitschy graphic T-shirts like Every Shot Counts, Birdies and Brews, Sip, Swing, Repeat, just fun things that are brought to the golf game, but also that authenticity on the course being worn every weekend out on the PGA Tour. A couple of our key initiatives and our key products are MVP Polo. The brand itself was founded with sports and music in mind. Our ambassadors in the space, not only Keegan, but Dierks Bentley on the country music side, Ryan Blaney on the NASCAR side, Christian McCaffrey in NFL. Most of our monikers are going to be surrounding sports. So MVP, Most Valuable Performance Polo, UPF 50 sun protection. Katie mentioned some of that before on the sun protection front. Definitely extremely important for us. Perfect length, whether it's untucked or tucked, and just easy 8911 fabrications. The Journey fabric for us, whether it's dress shirts, when I say dress shirts, things that are being worn at the club, once you're done with your round, you're changing into these great short sleeve prints, a new emerging category that you're able to put the logo on as well. Just a little bit about some of the things that we do outside of the shop. Ryder Cup, TGL, great to have partnerships in this licensing space. There's definitely, I'm going to say Ryder Cup, about 160 clubs across the country that wanted Ryder Cup product. Now, this can't be with the club's logo as well, but Ryder Cup is definitely something has been huge for us. And then TGL is a new and emerging initiative, going after this with the 6 teams that are out there. Spoke about Keegan for a little bit. Tom as well, our North Dakota Fargo representative, and obviously now lives in Texas, another top 30 golfer. Talked about some of the ambassadors, Christian, Ryan, and Dierks, on pushing the brand on the lifestyle front. And then just some of our partners, people that we worked with, PGA Hope, and partnering with PGA of Americas. We're the official apparel sponsor of PGA Hope. So we're excited about growing, that business. We donate about 10% of our proceeds to the military on Folds of Honor and PGA Hope. So these are some of the things that are near and dear to us. You'll always find us being in the Americana, more red, white, and blue will be a big balance of our line, back to the flag and anthem name. And then collegiate, Claude spoke about collegiate on some of the prints, new and emerging for us. There's definitely been, I'm going to say about 50 clubs so far that we've been able to partner with them on the collegiate front and having the licenses on collegiate and sport product. We're excited to, be a new and emerging brand, even though we have a lot going on because we've been around for 9 years in the golf space. We're still not known to the level that we want to be. And we appreciate, everyone's help in getting Flag and Anthem out there and understanding a little bit more about our product by visiting us on RepSpark or checking us out on our website or Instagram page. And I appreciate the time today.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Russell. Next up, we have Grunk Dolfer. It's golf wear made for the weekend warriors. So, Nick Binder, the floor is yours.
Awesome. How's everybody doing? Everyone can hear me okay? Good?
Great.
All right. Yeah, I'm excited to be here, be on RepSpark. Candidly, we are very new to the retail space. We have some stuff locally in our Southern California area that does very well, but we just haven't been able to branch out because we've been focusing so much on social, website, and all of that. So I'll just jump right into it. I mean, like a lot of these brands, we kind of came from the COVID shut down, what the heck are we going to do with our lives kind of mentality. And I'm the owner, founder, designer, all of that. So, the name came to me first. I created the logo, and then I thought, I think I could make this into like a polo. And that was about 3 years ago with one design. I printed 12 at the time, and now we have 40 design plus designs, and are regularly moving them online, and in again some select retail. So we're excited to partner with RepSpark to get out to all of you. I'll be the first to say that we're probably not for every single shop. I mean, obviously, you could tell in the name, we lean into the fun, golf's a drinking sport is our tagline slogan. Now, we still respect and love the game very much, so I want to make that clear. But nonetheless, there are some clubs that we're not probably a great fit for. But what you are getting with us, aside from the unique designs, I'll actually show you guys. This is something we don't even have out yet, but it's our best-selling pattern, the Drinko. We're bringing it out in some other colorways, and then we have fun, what we call our meme hats. So like this says "findable" on it. Our other best-selling hat is Donde Está la Cart Girl. So we really lean into the drinking element of golf, and I think that's kind of our really our unique value proposition. Let me just share my screen here real quick, and present this. Um, our pricing is going to be kind of in line with the market, for polos like us. Um, One of the things that we are doing a little bit differently is going to be our hoodie, and I did want to show you guys that as well. So these are like a performance hoodie that's golfers are really loving to play with. It's kind of a way to, if I don't want to play in a polo, I can get away with wearing a lightweight, similar feel hoodie with like a little pop of color on the inside, and we have some of these designs also. But again, polos, hats, hoodies, specifically for men. We do have a lot of women that buy our hoodies just because they like wearing them, and our hats as well. But for the polos, we pretty much exclusively right now stick with men. And then some of our accessories, and this is what I was kind of alluding to, is um, a unique value for us that I feel will be exciting in getting into retail is pairing the Grunk Dolpher retail polo hat hoodie element to your bar and more alcohol sales, both inside the bar and out on the golf cart, beverage cart, excuse me. The reality is, guys like to drink when they golf. There's no getting around that. How many they have is, obviously subjective and up to them. But nonetheless, we really lean into that element of golf, and that's what we're here for. We're here to have a good time, have a few. Candidly, I'm not actually the biggest drinker. My business partner that's pictured here is what we call him the Grunk, and I'm the Dolpher. But it's all about yin and yang. So anyway, this is our pricing here, and I just wanted to touch on an example that we've seen. We have a pretty big golf shop that we're in, and we've been in for like 3 years, but we just have, and they regularly buy from us. But they sell these coolers that you basically come into your shop, you buy a 6 pack, you get the cooler, or you get a discounted rate on the cooler, and then if they do that, they get discounted rates on our apparel. So there's kind of just a lot of crossover between what's going on in the bar and what's going on in the pro shop, and I don't think that exists right now too much in the market. So yeah, that's really what I would say is our unique value when it comes to why put Grunk Dolpher in your retail shop as a new brand. Yes, we have the great polos. Yes, our quality is up there with the Peter Millars and all of that of the world, but we're really going to help kind of have some cross-selling there. And then what I'll end with lastly is kind of my new invention, which again gives us a unique thing that will be in your shop or your bar that nobody else has. And that's kind of one of the exciting things is like, with all the brands that you're talking to today is like you will be kind of at the forefront of getting us in because one day we're all going to be the next Peter Millars and you're going to be like, hey, I remember these guys. This is Hydrate Teen. This is an anti-hangover drink mix that I invented. It's fully FDA regulated, made in America. And this is designed to add to your alcohol or water while you're out on the golf course, and it avoids hangovers. So this is just another product that we just launched. Again, it's doing well online. We have not brought it to retail yet, but the idea here would be this is on your beverage carts, it's in your bar, and you're just helping your drinking community just have a little bit of an easier time while out on the golf course having some drinks. So that's another thing that we're actually, we're kind of willing to like include a free pack of that if you reach out to us and you do want to order. Just to get it out there. And once people try it, they love it. So the flavor we have right now is lemonade iced tea. So we basically turn every vodka soda into a John Daly. And the idea is, and I don't have any scientific studies, but a lot of personal studies is for every like 3 drinks, if you have one of these stick packs, you won't have a hangover. So anyway, that's Grunk Dolfer in a nutshell. That's what we bring kind of uniquely to the golf space and the wholesale space, and we're super excited to be a part of this. So I thank you guys for hearing us out.
Thank you so much, Nick. Next up, we have Amanda from Castel, Denmark, who blends European style with sun-safe performance.
All right. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having us. We're super excited to be working with RepSpark. We actually just launched, and we will be at the Frisco show as well. It's actually why Emily couldn't join us today. She is preparing for that trade show, and she's in Naples right now. So I'm going to jump right into the presentation. All righty. Can everybody see my screen? Okay.
Yes.
All right, perfect. So we have actually been in business for about 13 years. We started as an equestrian-focused brand. We were started by Charlotte Yorst. She is an international athlete and skin cancer prevention activist. She started the brand when she was diagnosed with skin cancer. She wanted to be able to have clothing that she still felt pretty in, but able to stay active. So everything that is done with this company is done in-house. Our designer works in office. We're constantly searching for new inspiration. We own all of our prints, so anything you see on a Castel garment is going to be exclusive to Castel, Denmark, and we are a fully female-operated company. We have recently started getting into the golf sector. It's been about 3 years since we have joined into golf, and so we're still opening a lot of doors there, but we realized our product really kind of crossed over there. We offer UPF 30 to 50 women's protective wear, and the style and design really kind of married into that golf world. We have 4 seasonal collections. We launch spring in February, summer in May, fall in August, and resort and holiday in November. We do have a core collection that can always merchandise back. We're very mindful of, being able to flow with the colors. But this way you're always bringing in something new with us. And we're constantly evolving our product matrix as well. We have tops, bottoms, skirts. We've just introduced pants that'll be coming out with our fall collection next week. Sweaters, jackets, vests, you name it. We're figuring out a way to get it out there for you. We have different pro shop opportunities. Most of our prints are going to come in up to 5 different bodies, along with solids that can merchandise back. So we are a great option to offer for team play. We are super willing to be involved in any sort of special events, bring up a capsule group for you that you might not necessarily have in your pro shop. We offer employee uniform discounts and a personal use discount program for the employees at the shops, because we know that you as an employee and out there as a buyer and, communicating with your guests, you're going to be our biggest asset for sales. And our bread and butter, our main UPF signature top retails for under $100. Down here, we have a little bit of our price points. Our signature top, $100, our sleeveless, $89, so on and so forth. And then we do have a 24-piece minimum opening order. We have promotional materials available upon request. We do offer trade show promotions with free shipping. And then with RepSpark, we have our current inventory available, and now we have put up our catalogs for our future deliveries, starting with our fall delivery that begins on August 1st, and we have all the way up to our spring 26 delivery available on RepSpark at the moment. And we also have our in-house sales team and 4 road reps that are available in Arizona, Colorado, the Pacific Northwest and Hawaii, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, and Northern California and Northern Nevada. So we are just really looking forward to making our presence known a little bit more in the golf world.
Thank you so much. Okay, we have 2 more. And Shanks Golf is up next. Carrie and Stacy, I'll let you guys take it away.
Great. Can you hear me? This is Stacy.
Yes.
Can you see my screen by chance? Okay. Fantastic.
Yep.
All right. Well, again, like everybody else has said, really happy to be here. Excited to launch with RepSpark. I'm Stacy, one of the co-founders. Carrie's on the line with us. And yeah, we started our brand during COVID, kind of fooled around a little bit here and there with golf, never really took it serious until COVID hit. And we're pretty social people. We figured, well, that's the only place we can do happy hour. So we started golfing, realized we really liked the sport, but hated the clothes. And so one day we just decided, let's just try our hand at creating our own brand. And that's really where we started back in 2021. And I have to be really honest, we learned a lot of lessons in the first year to 2 years. And then we really hit the ground running, I think, back in 2022, 23 with our hand-drawn illustrated patterns. So like others you've heard on the call today, we are unique in that way. We probably about 85 to 90% of our designs are hand illustrated by myself and mocked up and sent for to be manufactured. We have no minimum in our orders, so that allows us to be very creative and also customizable. So we work with a lot of courses here in Maryland where we can customize their logos and sublimate their logos throughout and make really unique designs for different clubhouses and shops around Maryland and Pennsylvania. Right now we are in 2 states, pro shops, some in Maryland and some in Pennsylvania. So that's about the extent. We do a lot of online business. We've had a lot of luck with our online, just kind of hitting the ground running with our social media and just word of mouth. We've done a lot of trade shows up and down the East Coast, but we have not been at PGA yet. One day, that's our goal, one day to get there. So like others, we're really exclusive in how we brand our apparel. We try to be inclusive with sizes. It's really important to us. That was one of the complaints we had when we started to play golf. The fit, the shirts were too short or too tight, or the skirts were way too long or too short. So we really do pay attention to that. It's important for us to make sure that the fit is inclusive from anywhere from an extra small all the way up to a 3X. And yes, SPF is really important, 4-way stretch, moisture wicking, all of that is important to us. I think the other thing that really sets us apart from others is we really, really wanted to focus on price point. We did not want to go to a Dick's or to a clubhouse and pay $100 for a polo or a dress. So that is one of our big pushes as we create and we build our brand, that we stay in a really relative $50, $60 price point. So it makes it more affordable for those that are really new into golf. So we're both women owned, women inspired. The designs I come up with just by, paying attention to trends. And, but the other thing I think is really important is we want to be different. we want our apparel to stand out. We want it to be colorful. We want to be able to walk into a shop and see tons of color. And so we really do try, and that's what our why is like. Let's bring some really nice, colorful, really good fitted material into these shops, and where you're not just seeing like the grays and the blacks and the blues, but you're seeing color. We also want it to be fun. Both of us are really very social people. We're in golf leagues. We play a lot of tournaments. We give back to our community all the time. So we want to have fun with our apparel and make it like humorous. So we really even take it to the next step. Our tags are even, I guess our names of our collections are even kind of funny. So check us out at our website and you can see all of our fun names. Our collections, each collection tells a story. We really want to tell a story with our patterns. So for instance, this is a tribute to Jimmy Buffett. So you can see this is all hand drawn. And then Pour Some Sugar on Me is another fun one, it's like a tribute to Def Leppard, but it's also like kind of in the fall season, a tribute to Halloween and just the whole Sugar Skull theme. So why choose us? We're resort friendly, really everything everybody else said. We're really moving inventory fast. We have no minimums, and our turnaround time is anywhere between 4 and 6 weeks if we don't have it in inventory, but we have a ton of inventory currently. Products can be sublimated with their logo, or they can be embroidered, or we can customize any type of apparel that you would like. We can work with your shop, make the designs, draw it to your specifications. And then lastly, we just want to make fun, golf fun. We want the apparels to stand out. We want people to be able to tell a story. Hey, this was hand drawn by Shanks, you won't see it anywhere else. So that's really about who we are. And we're really happy to be on RepSpark. So the last thing I'll say is we're really excited. We're about to launch a junior line. And we're in one shop in Maryland. They have a huge first tee program, and they wanted us to design some junior apparel for them. So that's what I mean when a shop really wants some true customization, we're able to do that. So that's it. That's our story.
Oh, thank you so much. And then last but not least, we have Devin Halsey. They were unable to make it, so we have a quick video recording from them.
Hi, my name is Dara Tomanovich, and I'm the founder of Devin Halsey, a women's luxury golf brand that has started to take off. I'm very happy to say. I started this brand because I really wanted to give women something beautiful to wear in golf, but also something to go from day to night for them. I also was on point or thinking about everything in fashion that you can implement with the current wardrobe that you have. Why is this important? Let's face it, golf clothes, clothing in general these days are investment pieces. So what I wanted to do is make it very easy for you to take something from day to night or incorporate into your own existing wardrobe. This I thought at the point of 2021, I'd love to do it in Pantones that were very current on trend with colors. You have the Chanel pink, the Valentino lavender, the Bottega Veneta burgundy and green. You have dark blacks, you have vivid whites, and a beautiful vapor gray color. All of these were in mind with what was going on in fashion so that you could relate to it. Now, I think women love to buy my clothes because they like to buy it for any occasion. Quite often I have women buy this jacket that I'm wearing, my infamous Lexi jacket, that is recycled polyester taffeta, gold fill, beautifully knit, manufactured in Italy. It is a piece that I think a lot of women love to layer. You can take it to the office, you can take her to lunch, you can travel with her on a plane. I actually am wearing my joggers today as well. My joggers are a really sweet fit. You can size up or size down depending if you want. She's really cute when you wear her, actually, with a t-shirt and a blazer and a little kitten heel. She's really pretty to take out to dinner. Now, I think golf in general for women is a very time-consuming sport. So what I also wanted to do was curate a collection that kind of takes you all over the world. On the RepSpark website, I actually have my catalog that I produced. And in this catalog, you will see, as wholesalers, a bevy, starting with my outerwear, which a lot of brands don't have. And you'll see all the colors, outerwear, and its price point. This is my 5,000 millimeter repellency jacket, 4-in-1 jacket that turns into a vest, a little bolero, and it's got a rain hoodie, and it all tucks into a really pretty little crossbody purse. Then you have my motorcycle jacket, which is the elevated North Face jacket. This is the jacket you're going to travel in. She fits super snug. She has magnetic tag at the top, so she really cinches you and is super, super slimming to your form. Then the Lexi jacket, as I said, that I'm wearing, that comes in 3 extraordinary colors. It's very on point with Laura Piana, Brunello Cucinelli, bringing that to you. Black is always a favorite. And then our Devon Halsey specific blue. We've got mock shirts that are SPF. Again, you'll notice this in my collection. I'm minimally branded. I really want to take you from day to night. I want you to be comfortable to wear clothes in any occasion. And let's face it, everybody's wearing athletic leisure wear, right? So it's kind of like a very elevated look. A lot of my pieces, you can go hiking, you can go to yoga, you can sit on a plane, you can go fishing in her, you can do anything you want, skiing even in my driver jackets. It's pretty good. So if you go on RepSpark, you will see the rest of the catalog. All of my pieces are in here, all of the colors, all of the price points on RepSpark, where we love being represented, great platform, and really, really mindful about elevating women's brands in golf. Thank you for your time.
And I appreciate everyone being on the call today. If you have any questions, please let us know. We'll be sending out this recording with links to all the brands you heard from today and ways you can access them on RepSpark. But please always be reaching out. We'll be doing this every quarter, and we look forward to hearing from everybody. Thank you.
Thanks again, Jennifer and Kathy, for joining us as well.